afternoon. You have had me all morning, and just like the YouTube whore that I am, you can have me all afternoon. Hope you are all well. We are welcomed back nicely with a watch along between Uruguay and the Korea Republic, or South Korea if you want to get technical. That said, though, I am going to be joined this afternoon. See, it's all happening. You smash a chicken curry and your head goes up your arse. I am going to be joined this afternoon by Chris. As you all know, my YouTube father is in the building, and I'll bring him in just a second. Hope everyone is well. Please get yourselves involved. Get yourselves in the chat and enjoy. Let's have a nice, fun, clean game. As I say, probably one of the biggest games of the day today. 3 still to play. There is the Uruguay-Korea game. Obviously, it's Portugal playing at 4 p.m. And then we have Brazil against Serbia later on, which we will be covering. We will be covering later on. So do join us for that. Please, can I ask you all to do a massive thing for me? If you could like this stream, that would be appreciative, as we are live currently on Facebook, YouTube and Twitch. So if you can, please subscribe to the channel, as we are trying our best to grow, trying everything. Hit that notification bell if you want to be notified when we next go live, and that would be fantastic. A couple of comments before I bring Chris in then. Henry says, I'm back. Wow, it's all happening at LFC at Liverpool. First, the club is put up for sale. Then Julian Ward, our transfer director, is leaving at the end of the season. What next? Klopp leaving? Well, if form's anything to go by, who knows what happens there. Kate says, massive hi. Won't say the rest, but I've said it. Hi, bitches. She goes all out with it. Chris has said a big up to everyone. Make sure to subscribe if you're new and like the video. Thank you, Chris. Really appreciate that. Henry saying yo to Kate. Kate saying exactly the same. Hit that sub button. Hit it. Everyone's saying hi. Chris says, big up, fair play for doing more than one watch long. I couldn't do that. Like I say, we're covered this morning. We're covering this one, and we are covering tonight's game as well. So it should be good. Henry said, I can be a biatch. Can't we all? Naz says, oi, oi, nice to see you again. Long time no see. Chris saying hi to Chris. From one Chris to another. It's a massive hope you are well. The Stream Elements bot is running as per usual. Douglas is in as well. And Kate says we are at 729 subs, which is cracking stuff. But hope you are well, Doug, and thank you for coming in. Everyone's saying hi to each other. Chris says, well, if you sell Sadio Mane and sign Arthur Melo, Ward deserves to leave. Doug's going for 3-1 Uruguay, Valverde, Suarez and Nunes and Son. And Chris obviously saying, back to Chris, hope that you're well. Right, you can find us on social media. And when we are back from you checking out our socials, we will have Chris in to dissect this game. So here's where you can find us. And here we are, back in the room. Here he is, Mr. Forian. How are you doing, sir?
I am well. Good evening to everybody in the chat, except Henry, of course. And in reply to his comment, yes, we know she can be a bitch. But there we go. How are we all doing, everybody else?
Well, didn't want it to get up on that front, but, you know, hey-ho.
I just thought I'd say and then leave it.
But we all know that's not going to happen now. Henry says, on paper, Uruguay are the faves, but I think we could have an upset here, so I'm going 1-1 draw. Chris says 3-0 Uruguay against South Korea. Naz says, just went onto YouTube to put a like on your channel. I should have done others as well, to be fair. Why didn't I think of that before? My bad. Not a problem, Naz. Not a problem at all. Chris, where can people find you and your stuff?
On here a lot, and it's a pleasure, and thank you for having me on again. And as I said earlier, make sure, guys, that you sub to the channel and smash the likes. And Leicester Till I Die TV on YouTube and at Leicester TID on Twitter.
Not a problem, not a problem. The links are in the description of this video, so if you do want to get there and check them out, then please do. We are only 8 minutes away from kickoff, so let's have a look at those teams. Starting with Uruguay, who are the home side. Sergio Rocher is in net. It's definitely Ferrero's brother. Starts in goal.
That's bad.
Martin Cacares, Jimenez, Diego Godin, and Mateus Oliveira are the back four. You've got Federico Valverde with Mateus Vecino in the midfield, with obviously Rodrigo Bentancur. And up front, the front three for Uruguay is Facundo Palistre, Luis Suarez, and Darwin Núñez. So Diego Alonso has named quite a strong Uruguayan side. Subs are pretty much everyone else that didn't make the starting 11. We've got Muslera, Sosa, De La Cruz, De Aristocata, Varela, Torreira, Vina, Rodriguez, Coates, Torres, Cavani, Canobio, Ugarte, and Rodriguez all on the bench. However,
Did he arrive on the Death Star by any chance?
He could have done. However, this is where I'm going to arrive with a death wish, trying to announce some of these ones. There's a lot of Kims. So whatever you do, call them, shout them by last name throughout the game if you're on the team. We start in goal with Kim Siengu. I'm guessing. Like I say, for me, it's a little bit. It's strange. It's strange to say these names, but we have Kim Seungyu, Kim Jin-soo, Kim Min-jae, Kim Moon-hwan, Kim Young-wan, Young Woo-young, Wang Eun-beom, Hyung-min-sun. That's the easiest one to remember. Lee Jae-sung, Na Sang-go, and Kwang Yoo-jo up top. And the substitute bench, well, let's just say this is where it gets a little bit changes a little bit. We've got Song Bum Ki-on, Jo Hyun-woo, Yoon Jong-ju, Payak Song-ho, Cho Gyeon-sung, Hwang Hee-chan, the man who now plays at Wolverhampton Wanderers, Song Jun-ho, Hong Chul, Lee Kang-in, Wang Hyung-won, Hwan Chang-hoon, Kim Tai-hwan, Cho Yu-min, Jeong Woo-young, and Song Min-kyo. And if anybody asks me to go through them again, you can sod off, because that was a mouthful. But I will try my best. I do like to try my best. Everyone's saying hi to each other. Henry says Valverde and Son scorers today. Who knows? We shall see. We shall see. Players are out on the pitch and giving the singing their hearts out in the national anthem. Chris, how do you see this one going? I mean, I know you don't like Luis Suarez, which in turn means that Uruguay can go stuff themselves. But how do you see this game going? Can Korea provide us with another upset?
Yes, they can. You know, they've got some good players in there.
Yes, they can's not playing.
You know, sorry?
Yes, they can's not on the bench.
And in fairness, the two names that Henry said there, I mean, you know, they can easily, make it scores for either side. I want South Korea, obviously. I do. But I think Uruguay... I just don't know. It depends which Uruguay's turns up. I'm actually going to go 2-1 Korea, because I think it will be another upset.
No, there is always time for it. Always
I've got my
time
last
for it.
3, 2, 1s right. So, hey.
I got this morning's correct. I said 1-0 to the Swiss, and it did finish 1-0. So I'm happy with that.
Was it worth staying for?
It weren't a bad game. Cameroon had better possession. They had more shots on target, but just couldn't break them down. Just could not break them down for love and money. Nas says, well done, Dan. I'm looking forward to Ghana later when you're reading out those players. I am not covering Portugal-Ghana, unfortunately. However, if you go over to Chris's channel, Chris is going to be
and I
doing a watch-along for the game.
Because of that very reason. I just put them up.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you.
I'm not as brave as Dan.
I say, just too slightly battered, please, love. However, the referee, the fourth officials today, Clement Turpin is the French referee. Also, the 2 French linesmen, and the rest, I think, were Romanian. Do we have Romanian in there? Have a look. ROU. ROU, blue, yellow, red flag. I think that's Romania, isn't it?
I've no idea what you're talking about.
I'm trying to think now. The actual fourth official is from ROU, the country. Is it Rwanda?
Well, I would remain. No. Hang on, I've got a list of FIFA things here. He says, has he? Apps.
It can't be Rwanda. No, a different flag to Rwanda. Let's have a look. Romania. Yeah, it was. I was spot on. Romania.
Yeah.
Get in. Get in. I love being made to feel like I'm correct. It doesn't happen often when you're in a relationship.
Not with your other half.
Kate knew where I was going with that. She was already side-eyeing me before I finished my sentence. She knew full well where I was going with it.
And you don't like to disappoint.
No, definitely not. Definitely not. Give the people what they want.
What are you going for, score-wise?
I'm going to go.
Romania. I've just seen the flag now. That shows how far behind you I am.
I'm going to go 2-0 Uruguay.
Is the ref French? I think the ref's French, is he not?
Yeah, the referee and the 2 linesmen are French, yeah.
Yeah. As indeed are the VAR and assistant VAR.
They are indeed. Just a couple of insights.
The headlines in The Athletic today.
Yeah.
Cristiano Ronaldo is more famous than his country. Wow.
Well, that says something, doesn't it? Just a couple of insights, Chris, before the game does get underway. We are set to do that in just a second. Korea in red, looking red, like they're ready to get this game up and running, and they are. The ball is now in play. Korea kicking from left to right, and as I've said before, Fanal and Nippon, if they're in, just to dumb it down a little bit, Korea are kicking right to left. Uruguay kicking right to left. A few insights ahead of, obviously, before the game starts, seeing some goal-mouth action. This will be Korea Republic's 11th FIFA World Cup tournament, the most of any Asian nation. Meanwhile, 2022, so this tournament will be their 10th consecutive appearance at the finals, a run stretching back to 1986. Only Brazil, Germany, Argentina and Spain are on longer current runs, which is very, very, very good running for this Asian side. Uruguay have won their opening match at just one of their last 7 World Cup participations. They've drawn 3 and lost 3. Though it did come last time out in 2018 against Egypt. Nonetheless, they have still progressed from the group stage in 5 of those 7 occasions. They've won 6 of their last 8 in World Cup games of Uruguay. They've won 4 matches at the 2018 edition in Russia against Egypt, Saudi Arabia, Russia itself and Portugal. And they are tying with the most wins they have ever had in a single World Cup after 1930 with that. It is also Uruguay's 14th World Cup participation and their 4th in a row since 2010. It will only be the 2nd time that they have participated in 4 consecutive World Cups. Diego Godin will be breaking a Uruguayan record, as well as the oldest Uruguayan player to feature at the World Cup at 36 years and 281 days old. The previous record was set by Obdulio Jacinto Varela in 1954 when he was 36 years and 279 days. So Diego Godin is late into his 30s, but still knocking it out in defence for Uruguay, Chris.
Sorry, I wasn't listening. What did you say? Sorry.
Diego Godin is he's now 36 years old. He's set a record as the oldest player for Uruguay since 1954. Sorry, at 36-year-old to be a centre back. I mean, and still knocking about internationally. Good going, isn't it?
It is, but maybe it says about the depth of players that Uruguay have got to choose from. You know, at 36, he's still the best. You know, have they got nobody coming through that's younger? But it's great for him, of course. Not going to take it away from him, but it does make you wonder about the depth of squad.
No, this is true. This is true. Let's get the right banner up as well. Uruguayan career has kicked off. We are 3 minutes in. Wilma is back as well. As I say, not going to say the full name because obviously, but you can have a chuckle there, Chris.
Yeah, I was looking to see why aren't you reading? Oh yes, I get it.
But I am feeling better. In the last stream, I'm not sure whether you know, Chris, but I had that pain in my chest again, and it were.
Oh, I didn't know.
I was like sat here like this and quite restless.
So you get a pain in your chest on the side that your heart is, and you think, no, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to finish my YouTube stream. I might get to the end before I die.
Just think, I might get monetized before I even, while I'm there keeling over. You never know.
Die on screen, and that'll get the subscribers flowing in.
No, but hope everybody is well that's come in. Really do appreciate it. It says, do those two usually ask what net the teams are scoring towards or something? Yes. Yes, pretty much.
What don't they ask, I think, is the...
But yeah, Renee's in. Hope you are well. Says hi to us as well in there. And Kate says, that'd be good because it'd pay for your funeral arrangements at least. And then calls me a divvy. Thanks. I suppose that's the nicest thing you've ever called me, apart from I love you. And even that's a rarity. 4 minutes in, Uruguay 0, Korea 0.
What time are you on, just out of interest?
Just gone 4:50.
Oh, again, I'm about 20 seconds behind you.
I mean, Chris, you've got to look at this, right? I think Korea, again, similar to Denmark, how they were hanging on, the Christian Eriksen being that sole provider of everything. Messi with Argentina. I know there's a lot more quality at Argentina, but this Korea side, they are hanging on to the likes of Heung-min Son being that main focus, aren't they?
They are. Like I say, get past him, and I'm struggling. It makes you think, like I've said with Wales, if Bale gets injured, what are Wales? If, he was injured before the World Cup, I thought they've taken him. He's obviously well enough to play. I think he has got a mask on, though. But, and this is why this is why it's always dangerous, I think, taking injured players. We've done it with Rooney. We've done it with Beckham. And we've done it with Brian Robson, if you go back far enough. And, one game and that's it. That's the tournament over. So make the most of him while you've got him, guys.
Yeah, totally agree.
Because it might, this might be the game. And do you know what I mean? All I hope for this game is that Korea at least put up a fight. I mean, I cannot believe that I sat there last night watching a 7-0 game and said, well, this is boring.
Did you?
Yeah, it was. Did you watch it?
Is it because it was just pure dominance?
Yes, it was. You're looking at cost. Right. I never thought I would see a worse team in this World Cup than Qatar. And I'm going to give Qatar credit. They had 5 shots and got 3 on target. Costa Rica had no shots and none on target. They were absolutely a disgrace to when you come to think of the teams that haven't made it to the World Cup. And now, I know that I'm the one that's saying, yeah, we want to get more of the, unrecognised teams there and what have you. Yes, of course we do. And I'm pleased that countries like Costa Rica get there. But if you get there, at least put a fucking fight up.
Yeah.
I
agree.
That Spanish goalkeeper he must have just been like, doing his gardening in the bloody net. There was nothing for him to do. And that Costa Rican goalkeeper, Neves, somebody said he used to play for Real Madrid.
Yeah, Keylor Navas. Yeah, he's at PSG. He's at PSG, but he used to play for Real Madrid. Just to break off, though, Chris, just to break off, Korea do have a corner, which Heung-min Son's just about to whip in. Set pieces could be their only way of entertaining the Uruguayan goal.
They've had 2 so far.
Heung-min Son steps over it. Plays to the first man. Nobody gets there at the second attempt. Comes all the way through. Can Japan still get in there? Good block. Good block in there by Darwin Núñez. I mean, I don't get it. I don't understand why Son's not in there.
I've just seen that. Do you remember when Roy Hodgson put Harry Kane on corners?
Oh, he put him on everything, didn't he? Free kicks, corners.
Yeah.
Talk about arse licking.
But no, I agree. I agree, Wilma. Hope Fred's well, by the way. Wah, wah, wah.
Korea coming forward again. Ball whipped in. Oh, I thought we were going to get on the edge of that. This game is getting tasty. Nobody is backing out of challengers. They're kicking lumps out of each other.
I mean, Korea are... I'm going to call them South Korea. I can't get my head around Korean Republic. South Korea are a hell of a lot better side than Costa Rica, so I'd expect them to do well. But, even like, in game when Germany... Who did Germany play? Japan, wasn't it? Yeah. Japan, yeah. And Japan had moments when they were on top, then Germany did. But Costa Rica just never had it at all. Really, they were... When you see teams like that, you got to turn around and say to FIFA, well, yeah, they shouldn't be at the World Cup.
No.
It's not the first time we've seen it. Obviously, we've seen big wins before. But, at least put an effort. I say, to go through 90 minutes of a World Cup game with no shots, and then therefore obviously none on target. You looked at the goal thing, it was just 0-0, and it's an embarrassment. It is a total embarrassment.
It is.
I can you can't. You wouldn't sit there and say, "Oh, 7-0, Chris. That must have been a great game." No, it wasn't.
See, it's like England 6-2 against Iran was better because at least there was some sort of fight from Iran.
Yeah, exactly. It took us like 40 minutes to sort of get a goal, and you started to sort of wonder where I think Spain scored after 2 or 3 minutes.
Well, that's what I mean. This morning's game for Switzerland, Cameroon. You'd look at it and you go, right, 1-0 to the Swiss. They'd be like, that'd have been boring to sit through, but it actually wasn't. Cameroon did everything but put the ball in the back of the net. Switzerland. It was strange. It was just a typical. It was sort of similar to the what were the other game? What were the other game where ball came over the top and all he had to do was hit it in? It just came over his shoulder and he hit it.
I think I probably need a little bit more info than that.
I can't remember what game it was. I think that finished 1-0. Oh, Belgium, Canada.
Oh, didn't watch that either.
That game was one of those where, I thought Canada fought really well. Belgium, knew they were in for a tough fixture. And I'll tell you something I have to ask you, Chris. Germany. Let's just speak about Germany since you mentioned it with, the game against Japan. Japan beat Costa Rica. There's a very good chance Germany don't even get out the groups.
I think you're looking at any of these big teams that have lost the opening game. It's the same for Oh, who am I thinking of that's lost the opening? I can't think now. But yeah, I mean, that would be funny, wouldn't it?
Oh, it'd be hilarious. Could see them going. Argentina out, maybe.
Yeah, that was who I was thinking. Argentina. Yeah, yeah, and we love it. That's what we want to see in the World Cup.
We do, and we said. I think somebody said it earlier. What would you be happy with, like a Saudi Arabia Japan final? I said, yeah. I said, of course you would, because it'd be like, you know what? About time some two decent teams, they've done everything they deserve to do to be in that final, but yet FIFA will want the big clubs. FIFA will want that big money-making clash, won't they? They'll want that Argentina, Brazil. They'll want that England against somebody. They'll want these big-name teams in there to be going toe-to-toe, not these underdogs. Although, as from a fan perspective, everybody loves the underdog story, and
I'll be back in 1 second.
No problem. No problem. Uruguay coming forward. Oh, sorry, that's just a replay. It mistimes the header and the keeper comes out and collects.
But we've all done that before. God, this goal's just like the last goal they scored. Yeah, it's a replay, Chris. Sorry, I opened my door to let some air in because there's no little window in this room. It's stupid. But it's just started to piss down again, so all the rain was coming in.
To be fair, we're getting a little bit of it here. We're getting a light drizzle.
Oh, we've had nothing but rain this last week. Honestly, I feel like ripping my decking up and building an ark. Oh dear.
Korea coming forward now. Yeah, I don't understand that, Wilma. Why has Son got a mask on? He's not that ugly, is he?
No, but he was injured, wasn't he? Before, like I said, there was talk about him not making the World Cup.
What was it? Like a fractured cheekbone or something?
I don't know. I'm presuming so. I'm not a Tottenham fan, so it didn't bother me. But and I just say, Spurs again lost last night in the quiz. Third in a 2-horse race, Tottenham again.
In fact,
can I just say, Craig got through the quiz. You know the home and away quiz. You've done it, haven't you? And he got through without getting a single Leicester City question right.
It says here, Chris, it says goal.com have actually put an article out saying, why is South Korea's Heung-min Son wearing a mask at the World Cup? It says that if South Korea to have an impact in Qatar, they will need Heung-min Son to be on top of his game. He's been dazzling in the Premier League over the past number of seasons, and now he comes onto football's biggest stage for the third and potentially, final time with his country. It says, so what is it all about? So let's have a look. He's wearing a face mask as a protective measure after suffering a facial injury. For some reason, I nearly read that as fecal injury. Now, that would have been a little bit... That would have been damaging.
A different sort of mask, I think.
Oh, just a bit. Every time he falls over, he just bounces back up because he keeps landing on rubber ring.
Can I just to go back, and I will get off Costa Rica in a minute. South Korea are ranked 28th in the world.
Oh, yeah.
Japan are ranked 29th in the world. Cameroon are ranked 33 in the world. Ecuador 37. Costa Rica 31st. So Costa Rica they're actually rated higher than Scotland, Cameroon, Turkey, Ecuador, Ghana, Saudi Arabia, Senegal, Morocco. A lot of teams at this, Iran. I mean, and yet they put that sort of performance in. I'm just like, I don't get it.
No.
England have dropped down a place in the rankings. 6th now. True
that. Henry says it was raining here yesterday and it's still raining today. It's affecting the TV signal. Yeah, I think it's everywhere at the minute, isn't it? It's everywhere. Wilma saying hi to Henry. Anthony says, big up, going for a Uruguay win. I thought I was going to do a Jonathan Ross moment then. Uruguay win. Uruguay. But Naz says, go on, Chris. Get your World Cup Bible out. More fun facts, please.
No, I don't think it's quite time for a fun fact yet. Although I do have my World Cup Bible handy. Oh, that was that needed saving.
Just a bit. Naz says there, Chris, they probably paid their way up the ranks. Costa Rica.
Are they that rich? Mind you,
make a fair bit of money in Costa Coffee.
I was going to say, yeah, you beat me to that, you bugger.
17 minutes gone. Uruguay 0, Korea 0. And I must say, Korea aren't, they're not lying down. They are challenging every ball. No. And probably, I'd say, the better of the two in this opening 17.
Well, they've had 70% possession. And they've had 28 attacks compared to Uruguay's 18. And I don't know what dangerous attacks are, but they've had 14 dangerous attacks compared to Uruguay's 2. So, yeah, Korea are definitely the team on top. And they have done more. Now it's gone up to 15 dangerous attacks. They've done more in 17 minutes than Costa Rica did in 90.
Well, there you go. Anthony says it's raining here too, soaked to the skin.
Oh, get that concrete sorted, Anthony.
Yeah. Get it sorted. Naz says Costa Coffee indeed. Kate says she'll dip in and out again like Henry's TV signal. Keep smashing it. We'll keep doing my best. I'd say, like you said, in terms of the stats, possession better off, obviously, for Korea. Not much to show of in front of goal just yet, but if they keep up the way they're going, there's a very good chance that they may, break through. But how many times have we seen these big teams, Chris, like Germany, Argentina, go 1-0 up, look like they're comfortable in the game, and then the game just turns completely on its head?
Yeah. I mean, Uruguay, like Germany, like Argentina, they can sit and wait and take the time. That's how, the big teams win, but they've got to. I mean, there's a chance they're just gone over the bar. The thing is, when they get that chance, they've got to take the chance because, if you get it right, Korea and like Saudi Arabia did and Japan did, you just attack them, and don't let them settle. So when you do get that chance, get the goal in, and then, it's kind of what Iran did to us in a way. They didn't, they were on top, we were struggling to score, and I could have seen Iran coming through and scoring. But can I just say to Kate, I went for a dip in the sea this morning. Well, I covered myself in hummus.
I mean, looking at Uruguay's squad, Chris, we spoke about Diego Godin being 36 and still rocking it at centre-back. Again, Luis Suarez still well into his 30s as well up top. I know he's not your flavour of every month of every year that you have been on this God forbidden world, but, they have an ageing squad. And is this another case of last chance saloon for Uruguay in the World Cup tournament?
Well, I mean, you took the words out of my mouth. I can only hope.
It must have been while you were kissing me.
I can't remember the next line. Otherwise, I'd come back. I
swear it's true, Chris. I was just about to say I love you.
Indeed, thank you. I can't stand Suarez. I would love one of the Korean players to go into him, break his leg, and he misses the rest of the tournament. He's a cheating bastard. Full stop. And he just missed a sitter.
He's just missed a sitter as well. Or was it Darwin Núñez? Oh no, I think it was Suarez. He's just missed a real sitter.
Oh, that's a shame.
Ball pumped long right over to the far side. Great run, header in. Normal Suarez would have buried that. It just didn't time it right at all. Oh, no, it was Darwin Núñez who missed it, sorry. Not Suarez, it was Núñez who missed it. But still, a chance goes begging for for Uruguay.
Good defending, though.
Very good defending.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it is. There's so many players that we're saying this is last chance saloon. You know, you've got Bale, you've got Messi, you've got Ronaldo, like you say, Suarez.
Son. Kane, potentially?
Son? Yes. Who, sorry? Kane?
Kane, potentially?
Possibly, yeah.
Although I don't know, I think America might be his last one. Because at that point, he'll be about 33, won't he, Kane?
Yeah, he is that little bit younger, but I suppose it depends what it's for. He may decide to step down from England to prolong his, playing career.
To prolong his
Premier League, which is what Vardy did,
Yeah. Except Vardy's got silverware to showcase for his career, hasn't he?
Well, this is very true. And I completely agree with you there, Naz.
Wilma says, that striker is rubbish. Not fit to tie my boots. Bring him off. Bring him off. Yeah, Darwin Núñez, the man who cost way over 60-odd pounds. 60-odd pound. That's how much they've had out of him at Liverpool. That's about how much they've had out of him. But it was a couple of zeros missing.
I think it did cost a little bit more than that, yes.
But they've had about 60 quid's worth out of him. That's about it.
That's true.
Naz says, I wanted South Korea win, but Uruguay too strong for them. Hopefully I get it wrong. Looking at the basis of the game, mate, you'd like to say that, Korea are looking the better option.
Uruguay have come back into it now. 28 attacks to Korea's 26, but Korea is still having the majority of possession.
Well, that's true. That is true. What a bargain. £60. I know I've spent more on an holiday than they spent on him.
Spent more on a takeaway, haven't you?
Spent more on bus.
No, you don't. We know you don't.
Well, no, not my recent bus journey. It cost me jack shit, so I'll take that.
Exactly.
And Kate's taxis are free these days.
She's not going to give you driving lessons?
Well, it's coming up 3 years that she's been driving now, so she'll be able to take me up on industrial estate and show me a thing or two. And she'll also be able to teach me how to drive as well.
Yes. Let me show you how.
Business is business, Chris. So she may charge me £60.
Well, the first lesson, Daniel, we're gonna teach you how to use the gear knob.
Yeah, Wilma says, I've spent more on a takeaway. Emma says, well, Bellingham and Rice for 280 million for Chelsea. Is that cheap? Not really. Bellingham, I can understand, is a young up-and-coming talent. Again, I'd probably roughly pay around 60 to 80 million in today's market. Rice, it's weird. If he wasn't at West Ham, probably wouldn't cost people an arm and a leg for, because of the fact that he's at West Ham. They will, being a prodigal son of that system, they'll want a little bit more money for him. But I reckon you knock 100 mil off that. 180, 160 mil for the pair in today's market is probably enough.
What has Bellingham done?
Well, it's things like this, isn't it? Tournaments like this that can sometimes go and make a name.
And don't get me wrong, he was probably using an argument for him to be man of the match. He had a great game for England, but what else? One game in one tournament. Be interesting to see if he can keep it up. Bloody hell, Kate, you must be knackered. Honestly, you need to take a break, love. It's dangerous.
You want to look at the possession stats for who's been driving longer, Kate Musgrove or Chris Rea?
Hey!
Wilma says, Kate, they took my licence away, the sods. They said I need an eye test. These people. Yeah, to be fair, Kate once said, "Go on, if you can try and start my car and move it a little bit, then I'll let you off." Chance saved by the Korean goalkeeper. Darwin Núñez beaten to it by the Korean GK between the sticks. But yeah, I got in car, obviously took handbrake off, everything, did what I had to do to get the car started. Tried to find the biting point. And as I did, I just sat there, I'm like, right. I'm like, whoa.
Yeah.
And I did it about 3 or 4 times. Stalled the car, and Kate said, right, get out before you break my car. So probably best I do it with a pro and break theirs instead.
My wife's a driving instructor, and she the first lesson, she says, literally, you just come off it with a headache because you literally like that every 5 seconds. Yeah, like that's not from the driving, Kate. That's not from the driving.
Sat there looking like one of Jimmy's boys. Now then, neck going in and out.
Hey.
Kate says she's still suffering severe whiplash.
Like I say, that's not from the driving.
Oh, don't blame me. Failed the MOT and had to get rid. Yeah, it would be my fault, wouldn't it? That's what I'm saying, Naz. Declan Rice is one of your own, which is why West Ham will add, an extra couple of million onto it due to the fact that losing him means more to, will cost more to West Ham than it would.
But Naz, I mean, we're from sort of similar sized clubs, and we know we spend the money, we spend the time in bringing these players through, and these big clubs come along and nick them because they haven't got the balls to go and take a chance on Fofana. And look at the money we made on him because Chelsea had not got the balls to go out and take a risk on the player. It's fucking annoying. Liverpool, Man United, Man City, Chelsea, Spurs, they all do it. But then again, when you've got idiots like those 6 clubs playing 80 million for a player like Harry Maguire, it keeps us going. Thank you very much.
Good point. Niall's in the chat. He says, big up, lads. Big up to yourself, Niall. Hope you're well. Dean's back. Again, another cheeky ciggy break. See? These people that like a good old cigarette, they get extra breaks, not like the normal working folk. Not saying you don't work. I'm just saying you get an extra break, and there's not wrong with that. I mean, who doesn't like getting paid for a shit break on work's time? Who doesn't? Henry says, welcome back as well. Dean's gone 2-2. Dean's gone for a Desmond.
Dean.
I mean, you said 2-1.
What are you smoking? That's the question. No, I want Korea to win, so I can't stay.
Yeah, you've gone for 2-1 Korea, haven't you? Did you?
Yeah, I did go 2-1 Korea, yes.
2-1 Korea. I think I went 2-0 Uruguay. But however, Korea have given, are taking the game to Uruguay, to be fair. Can't fault their tenacity.
No, they are. They are making a good fist of it. Kate's just put up here on Twitter, apparently Apple may purchase Man United. All I can say to that is core blimey.
Hey.
I hope Man United find the offer appealing.
Oh, God. Get worse.
I'll have to have a word with me Granny Smith, what she thinks about it. I've run out of Apple jokes now. Let's just hope, though, that there's no insider trading.
Oh,
come on. Come on.
He's created a full paragraph. Naz says there, big clubs like ready-made players. Our teams bring them up only to be nicked by the top club. Yeah,
I agree totally.
I do agree. You do get the odd player every now and again who sticks by his guns and stays true to those that he loves. But
get banged, Mr. Vardy.
Yes, I was going to say
Vardy.
Vardy committed himself to Leicester. the best £1 million ever spent in football, I'd say.
I think so. And in fairness,
And I've seen Burnley pay £5 million for Ian Moore, so that's saying something.
Yeah, but at the time we thought, for fuck's sake, £1 million for like a non-league player. This is just getting
at the time,
stupid.
at the time, you're paying Fleetwood £1 million.
Yeah. They'd only just got promoted, so they're doing well, but they weren't actually in the fourth tier yet.
No, definitely not.
What the hell, But hey, it proved, like you say, best £1 million ever spent. But he's not a Leicester lad, and that but his loyalty to the club's amazing.
Yeah.
But like Dewsbury Hall, he's born in Leicestershire. He's born in Syston. He's a Leicester lad, so he loves the club there. But I don't know what it is with mind you, and say his missus has got to be careful where she goes, hasn't she? Because people are after her.
No.
12 hours. Whoa.
I know. So that's a grueler, is that? A grueler. Definitely deserve a good few breaks. I do hope you get to shit on work's time as well and get paid for it. That Wilma says.
Yeah. Take your phone in with you there, make the most of it.
Oh, yes. Why not? To be fair, I think I saw a tweet earlier. I saw a tweet earlier, Chris, that someone said, I can't believe it. Someone's just busted into the toilets and sacked me on the spot for smoking an e-cig without any reasoning. I'm thinking, well, hold on, you've just answered that yourself. You're smoking an e-cig, sneaked off from work to smoke your e-cig in the toilets.
I was expecting a joke then.
No, literally no joke. Somebody had put it on Twitter, and I'm just like, really?
Yeah, exactly. You do wonder.
Oh, Korea have a chance. Pull back towards the centre. Played in, ball in the box. Can he get it across? He has. Oh! How's he skied that? How has he skied that? Oh, my word.
Have a look at it. Lovely bit of build-up play.
Oh.
He got the ball past two players, the Korean.
Wow.
They're leaving them Oh.
How do you miss that? That is bad. Wang Yu-jo.
Score, really, don't you?
Wang Yu-jo, pick it up off the floor. Will you get a chance to score some more? We shall see.
I tell you what, aren't the Uruguay giving the Korean players lots of room in that box?
They are indeed. That Wang Yu-jo just missed that opportunity there to put Korea in front. He's making his 50th appearance for his country today as well. So I would have loved to have got that. He's scored 16 goals in his 49 games before today. Could have had his 17th there, Chris, with that.
Yeah, have you got Mr. Google with you?
I'm just...
No, you've written down all your notes, haven't you? Quite
I'm a stat man.
You know what? This is actually a good game. I know we're doing a lot of talking, but I can't really take my eyes off it because every time I look at the screen, I know when looking at the attacks, it's like it's swapping every 2 minutes. Uruguay have got more, Korea have got more, and what they both are going for this. This is the best 0-0 I've seen so far.
Well, this is what I mean. The game this morning was very similar to this, really end to end. Teams carving open chances. Both with that attacking mindset, not sticking any men behind the ball. Just defending when they had to and doing it well. And the fact that we've now had 2 games following that similar suit, it could all change in the second half, man. But this first 45 has been pretty decent.
We needed it though after those last couple of 0-0s, didn't we? Yeah,
definitely. Nasser's there. Yeah, missed the tapping. He's not playing, but he did miss a chance. Wilma says, "How did he miss that, Duck? He had more time than he thought. He did indeed." Wilma says, I ho, back to work I go. Not a problem. Have a good stream yourself. Thank you for being in the stream, I mean.
We say me duck a lot in Leicester.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's the saying. Just that said, though, all this, it is an exciting game, but Uruguay have had 2 shots and only 1 on target, and Korea only had that one shot off target. So it's not translating into, efforts on goal.
It's not. But when you break the game down, yes, like I say, how many games have we said? Looking at the stats, you think that's shit, or that looks like it was a lot closer than it should have been.
Yeah.
But then like we've both been saying, 37 minutes I've just got now, and it has been end to end. Maybe not in terms of goal mouth action, but both teams still trying to break each other down and get that elusive goal.
Yeah. I'm impressed with Korea, though.
Yeah, definitely. I must say they've surprised me in this one. And again, I think that's another thing that's costing Uruguay, these shocking passes. They can't seem to... They get 1 or 2 passes that work, and then the third pass seems to go astray.
The upset is on here. Uruguay have gone back in front with the attacks now.
That's what I mean, though. Uruguay, they're trying to fight their way back. But you can't blame South Korea. Like, the momentum they're gathering. They are gathering so much momentum. And like I say, I don't think Korea will want half-time at the moment with the way they're playing.
No, they won't. I wouldn't be surprised if this is not 0-0 at half-time.
No, I'd have to agree with that. I would have to agree with that. Korea are defending brilliantly. Uruguay cannot break them down at all to create a goal-scoring opportunity.
No.
But Korea still also, as well as defending brilliantly, they're not 11 men behind the ball. They are pushing forward. I'm liking this. This is why we like the World Cup.
Yes.
Like I've said, you take all the politics away from it, and we talk football. This has been a good one.
I don't think, and it's not just here or another wild shot there. This just here, I think these days you're always going to get politics in sport. It's wrong. It shouldn't have anything to do with it.
Another chance. Sorry, Chris. Another chance goes begging for Korea. They nearly had another stab at the cherry there, but it's just behind the player in the middle of the park. It's coming forward again. Still quick movement from Korea. Ball out for a throw-in. Sorry, Chris, what was you saying?
No, about politics. And if you go back to about the Olympics, I was watching something yesterday when it was yesterday, about this village they built in Russia to get all the athletes ready for the Olympic Games. And because they were hosting it and they spent a fortune on this, and everybody was sort of, all fit and, and they won so many medals. But there was like America, England, and about 24 other countries that didn't go up because Russia had invaded Afghanistan. So you've always had politics in there for whatever different reason.
Do you think there's a reason to it as well? Like, do you think FIFA just tried to stick their nose in and be peacemaker when it's got nothing to do with them?
No, I just think FIFA it's money, money, money. I mean, everybody's going on, and I really applaud what Germany did the other day, with the mouth picture. They stood up and they were counted, and well done to Germany for doing that. But
100%.
Everybody's going on about, Qatar's not allowing gay rights and, you can't do this. The annoying thing for me is that they said they would allow it. That's the annoying thing. Yeah, okay, so but it's their country, their rules, in fairness. But the problem you've got is, if we're not going to have the World Cup there, then there should be 8 teams in there and another 7 teams that shouldn't be there either.
No, like I say, we take politics out of it. It's It is. It's a strange situation. For me, I don't understand what's against everything in terms of, the people turning up wearing rainbow colours. That's too far for me. You're telling people to change their T-shirts, remove a hat. It's not inciting anything. For me, I don't get it, and I just think it's wrong. Anyway, I'm not going to get deep into politics because it can get onto a full blown thing. But no, Naz has got to go. He's got boxing, but he says he'll be listening to us in his headphones while punching that bag, thinking of somebody he dislikes. Is it me? Is it you? Who's he thinking about?
I'm refusing
Either way,
to
he
answer.
won't be able to comment. But he says, I'm grabbing you guys on my headphones, so he must be like, up against bag, you piece of shit. But yeah, Dean says, only another 4 hours and 20 minutes to go. Are you streaming tonight? As I say, Chris is going to be covering the Portugal-Ghana game. So go and head over to Leicester Till I Die. The description to the link is in the description to this video, which, Dean, I know you follow anyway because you were in there the other day. But Chris is covering that game at 4 o'clock. And yeah, we'll be back. We'll be back on here as well for Brazil-Serbia this evening. Oh,
that should be a good one.
It should. Sorry, Chris. Diego Gordon, 36-year-old, has just cracked a header against the beans. He's hit the post. Corner comes in. Gordon gets his head up. It's hit the post, bounced out. And no other Uruguayan can deal with the seconds. Another corner comes in, ball to the edge of the box, headed clear.
If that had gone in, it would have been a goal.
Here's Michael.
Hey. Anytime. So
Henry says there, how many stars will not be featuring for their nations in the next World Cup? Well, like I say, there'll be a few that this is the last one, if I'm honest. And Henry says there, yeah, I'll be doing the Brazil game. Dean says, can't even see the match. So frustrating.
Oh, Dean, you should be. It's a great game. Really, it's a 0-0. It's a shame you can't see it. It's a fantastic, the best 0-0 so far, mate. It's a real shame you can't see it.
That 12-hour shift, that dogged shift.
He knows I love him, really.
44 minutes gone, not long before we find out how much added time. That seems to be a bit of a spectacle now. We're all like, oh, how much? What's he going to give?
Yeah.
It's become the most exciting thing near on halftime, especially as this game is 0-0. But
I did laugh yesterday, knowing that the match where that African guy was the reffing.
Oh, yeah. It was our game, weren't it? Denmark-Tunisia.
Was it? And he added 7 minutes on. And they'd done that because they thought he'd knocked that off.
Henry seemed to think it'll be 8 minutes added on in his first half. Dean says he's off, so catch us later. Take care, mate. All the best.
All the best, mate. Take care.
As I said, as Henry said there, I echo the sentiment. Don't work too hard. Do not work too hard. We have hit the 45th minute mark. I'm sorry for calling you Mark, but 1 minute. Wow. Only numero uno minute.
Thing is, though, right? How many stoppages has there been in this game?
Not really, apart from probably having to get the ball for a corner.
Yeah, this is it. Great refereeing in this game, I think. And I tell you what, as well, there's been some fair full-blooded tackles gone in. And I just think, you're looking at a European referee, and I just think that shows a standard, really, that he's not blowing every 5 minutes. He doesn't want to be the centre of attention.
Yeah.
Good referee in this.
Couldn't agree more. Could not agree more. Is there a chance for one of these nations before the whistle goes? I very much doubt it.
No.
And I would be correct because it is now half time. Diego Gordon has probably come the closest with his header crashing off the post. Let's not rule out Korea, though. They have had their chances. They have played some low balls into the box. And their striker up top, which is Wang Yu Zhou, Mr. Sitter, sent it straight over the crossbar. It has been an interesting first half for a 0-0, and one that we will look forward to dissecting when we come back. I will let you all go and refresh yourselves, grab yourself a drink, go and have a piddle, treat yourself. We will be back in 5 minutes with the stats and the second half, and we'll speak to you then. And we are back. Well, I am certainly, and I'm sure Chris will be very, very soon. It's strange because, Chris said he was getting the bad weather down where he is. And now we have got, swirling winds. It looks like the rain's going to end up putting our window through. But then yet again, that's this house. And yeah, Daniel's turn to do the school run today. Brilliant. That said, as Kate says there, the weather is horrendous this afternoon. It is indeed. Henry's back. Gone and got themselves a drink and a bit of chocolate. Cannot beat it. But at halftime, it is 0-0. Let's have a look at those stats then. So, start off, Uruguay have had 4 shots to Korea's 2. Only 1 shot on target in the entire game, and it's gone in favour of the Uruguayans. Korea have had more of the possession, 51% to be exact, to Uruguay's 49. Passes are pretty even, 236 for Uruguay, 231 for South Korea. South Korea also having their passing accuracy just a tad better with 80% to Uruguay's 49. 3 fouls committed by the Uruguayans, 5 by South Korea. No yellow cards, no red cards, and 0 offsides. It has been a very, very good game. 3 corners for Uruguay, 2 for South Korea. Now, as it stands, with Ghana and Portugal facing off against each other at 4 p.m., South Korea would top the group at this moment in time. And I think that's obviously down to namesake, because there's not much to separate them. That said, this is Group H. You'd look at it and you'd have to say that Portugal potentially top this group, or Uruguay. But the way Uruguay played in this one, let's not rule out teams. We're starting to see a lot of the underdogs beating off the giants, and everybody loves a giant killer. Henry says there, blustery, raining, but the internet workers have left for the day, I think. Happy days. At least that's not going to mess with everything. Hopefully the TV signal's gone back to normal for you as well. As I say, Chris will join us back whenever he is ready. But yeah, a solid first half by South Korea, in my opinion. the first half was quite evenly contested, both sides having good spells. South Korea started and ended the half well with their best chance, as I said, coming in the 34th minute when Yujo fired over the bar, despite being uncontested inside of the box. Gordon almost scored as well against the run of play just before the break. His header from a corner crashed against the woodwork, and it was Uruguay's best chance of the half. Each of Korea's last 8 World Cup goals have come in the second half of games. The last 3 have been in the 90th minute. You better watch yourself, Uruguay. South Korea are coming for the kill. Nippon's in. Hope you're well, Nippon. Big Nips is in the building. Hope you are smashing it, mate. Hope you're having a good day. As I say, the weekend is nigh. The weekend is nigh. Henry says, yes, the interference has ceased. Whew. Thank goodness indeed. Thank goodness indeed. Looking at the line, looking at the bench, where could we see? I mean, you've obviously got to argue that Uruguay have the better substitutes to choose from. Edison Cavani, Facundo Torres, Lucas Torreira, Guillermo Varela. Even the keeper, Muslera, is a decent keeper. If anything was to happen to Ferrero Rocher's brother in the goal. Obviously, we've got Wang Yi-chan, the Wolverhampton Wanderers player on the bench. Could he come on and do something for South Korea? We shall see. But it is 0-0 at half-time, and it has been a very good game. People on YouTube are saying that that it's really, well, United fans come out and say it's really good to see Facundo Pellistri mixing it up in the World Cup, despite not playing much at Manchester United. Diego Forlan was asked about Luis Suarez. Obviously, this could potentially looks like could be his last World Cup tournament. They're asking where he could be going to play after the World Cup, and he thinks he's going to the US. Thinks there could be a move to the US on the cards for Luis Suarez. This game, Chris, good to have you back.
Sorry, the kids wouldn't get out the pool.
Expecting much in the second half, or expecting a bit of the same?
I'd take the same. It was a good first half. Like I say, probably the best 0-0 that we've had in this World Cup. It is very much end-to-end. It's not being, like I say, transferred into efforts on goal, but it could go either way. I think there's got to be goals in this. It's just sort of who's going to get the first one, and I couldn't call it, to be honest with you.
No, it was definitely evenly contested in that first half. I did pull a stat out, not sure whether you heard it, Chris, but each of Korea's last 8 World Cup goals have come in the second half of games, and the last 3 have all been in the 90th minute. So who's to say that they're not going to go out and sucker punch the Uruguayans?
Wouldn't it be lovely? But they've got to be careful because, like I say, when I named those teams earlier at the start, I was just looking at Japan's second goal, the winning goal now. I mean, they had not had a shot on target again before those 2 goals. I went and did it. So fingers crossed for this. You can't, I mean, again, these teams, South Korea, Japan, am I wrong for putting them in the same brackets as the Costa Ricans and those? Because they're kind of not anymore. No.
I mean, it's just showing, the players, the Korea players are back out on the pitch. They're all in a team huddle, and I'm sure they're going to have that strong mentality again for this 45. Again, we've seen it. We've seen it where the teams like Argentina, Germany go 1-0 up. Do you think Korea will falter if they went 1-0 down?
No,
I'd have to agree. I think
they've got the pedigree to see it through. I really do.
They do indeed. A lot of people probably writing career off, as we say, due to the fact of it's just the Heung-min Son show, and that's pretty much it. But then look at Saudi Arabia. Half of their players actually play in Qatar.
Yeah.
And they managed to get a result against Argentina.
Exactly. Mexico have been in more World Cups than Uruguay. And Uruguay were one of the first ones to sort of qualify. I'm trying to find South Korea. Oh, there we are. See, South Korea, they've been in 11 World Cups. It's not like that. There's not, I don't know what did I say. Costa Rica were. They've been in 6. So, we're looking at a team that's used to being on this stage. When we've seen it in previous, all right, it was on home territory, but then was it the quarters they got through?
Yeah.
On home soil. I know they're not home soil, but it's not far. I still fancy Korea to nick it because I don't think Uruguay have done enough to impress me yet.
No, not at all. Weren't Uruguay the first ever team to win? It. Yeah, didn't they host it and win it the first time?
They did.
First ever World Cup.
Yeah. And there was all of 13 teams there.
Wow. Is that going to get checked? Is that going to get checked? I don't know whether that I saw it a little bit last minute there. I'm not sure whether that may get pulled back. Is it a foul? Let's have a look what's gone on. He's gone to clear it. Is it sort of a handball or is he just given the foul after? I didn't know whether there were a bit of a handball there, but I think he's just pulled it back for the free kick. Yeah, game resumes. It was just we're seeing it last minute. I thought, is there a VAR check? But
I haven't seen it yet. Just rub it in, mate. Rub it in. Why don't you?
No, you probably have. It's probably. I paused it after seeing a little bit, so I didn't know whether it's concrete or not. Although we did just get a good close up of the Argentinian manager's pocket, which is always nice. Did you not see that picture online, Chris? Where it showed obviously all the German players going like this.
Yeah.
Like they did. And then underneath it says, God, they really do miss Joachim Low. And it showed him like that with his fingers when he scratched his balls. I thought it was quite funny, to be fair. They're all doing that, but yet Joachim were doing that, weren't they?
Oh.
To be fair, he didn't just scratch his balls, though, did he? He picked his arse as well and went for a good old scratch and sniff.
Yeah. Can we change the subject, please?
Did you not do that when the kids got dropped off?
No, I did what. Well, no, I didn't. The kids weren't dropped off. I was just using that phrase for comedic value.
Oh, fair enough. Fair enough.
I was filling my mouth.
I'll say no more.
No, I don't think you'd want to hear or see me eating crisps, so I'm muting myself.
Oh, what flavour?
Sour cream and cheese. What is it? The Pringles one? I can never remember.
Oh, sour cream and chive.
Chives, that's the one. Yeah.
Oh, is it sour cream and onion? No, sour cream and chives.
Chives. It's sour cream and chives. Yeah. And I've forgotten these because of where they are in the cupboard. I've got 2 packets of pepperoni Doritos to attack yet.
Oh.
It takes work to get a body like mine. You have to sit there and grow. You've got to feed it. Come on, Korea. Come on.
When he says he's a bodybuilder, there's different levels to bodybuilding.
Yes, indeed. Oh, he's offside. Yes, he was.
Definitely. And 2 of the Korean players have headbutted each other. Ouch. One gets one at the back of the head and one gets one in the forehead.
Oh.
I have a ball pumped long by the Korean goalkeeper.
Well, that was a very thing. You all right, mate? Yeah, okay, carry on. It's great for a head injury, isn't it?
All right, get up, crack on, pal. We've got a game to play.
No, but, well, I mean, they should have done that in a load of other games.
True.
I've got to be honest. Well, I've not seen every single game, but to me, this is one of the best refs I've seen.
Oh, Korea with a chance. Great interception. Great interception. I thought he'd gone early, but he hasn't. That was a good interception. I thought Korea had a chance. I'm surprised he didn't shoot straight away, to be fair, but good defending. Korea still have it, though. Coming forward again. And again, lose it.
I've just seen the tackle. That was a good tackle. And they give it away again, don't they?
Yeah, they do. They do. Guys, if you can do us one big, massive favour, if you could, please show your support. Please drop a like on this video. Subscribe to the channel if you are new and you haven't subscribed before. You don't need to get your wallet out, purse out, or any shrapnel in your back pocket. It costs you nothing. Please do hit that big shiny red button and subscribe to the channel if you can. Also, click the notification bell and you'll be notified when we next go live, which, as I said, we will be back tonight with Brazil versus Serbia. However, there is a game prior to that. And if you could, please do head on over to Chris's channel, Leicester Till I Die TV. The link is in the description. And go show your support while Chris covers Portugal against Ghana. Because I'm not being funny, but that does have, it does have an impact on this game, doesn't it?
Yeah,
so
it does. And it also, there's a lot of, British-based players in that one, including the brick wall that is Daniel Amati.
There is, yeah.
Good old
Leicester's finest.
Yeah, hopefully he has a better game than Mendy did and doesn't make a mistake like he did.
Yeah, what did you make of the Belgium last night? Tielemans playing in that front three.
I didn't really watch it. I've got to be honest with you, mate.
Sorry, Chris. Shout for a penalty. Korea have a shout for a penalty. Has he been bundled over? They are still currently playing. I'm sure that will be reviewed. Every Korea player went towards the referee. He's telling them to go away. We are wondering what's happening.
Oh, that's going to be looked at. It's got to be looked at.
He does barge him a little bit, but whether there is much contact, there is a bit of a push.
The referee's ignored it. The referee's now giving a free kick to Uruguay.
At the moment, Chris, he has told them to hold out.
Yeah, he stopped it. He's talking. I don't know. I've just seen it from the front angle. Well, that's no good. Don't show the replay after he's pushed him, for God's sake.
He's not give it. Play is resumed with the free kick, which the goalkeeper takes.
I just saw two replays. The second replay was useless because it was already falling when it started. But the first replay, I've got to be honest with you, it didn't look like a penalty to me. I think
like I say, it's one of those where if it's given, it's soft.
Yes. Well, we've seen that a lot, haven't we, though? Let's be honest.
Yeah, we have indeed. Yeah, it was Jimenez who made that great sliding challenge to stop Heung-min Son from having a shot from inside the box.
That was a good challenge.
It was a good challenge, was that? But yeah, Chris, again, South Korea starting the second period on the front foot, trying to put Uruguay under a lot of pressure.
Yeah, they are, and they are putting them under a lot of pressure. They've gone ahead in the attacks again. And now what? I mean, okay, so they've had 10 more attacks than Uruguay, and this is, I think, is more telling now, is that they've had 46 dangerous attacks to 22 Uruguayan dangerous attacks. So they've doubled plus the number of dangerous attacks that Uruguay have had. So definitely Korea are looking the more positive.
No, that is true.
And they've had 4 shots for Uruguay, of which 1 was on target. 3 shots for career of which none were on target. And it's pretty much even possession at the moment.
It is indeed.
I think that's more career coming back into it because Uruguay had a fair bit in the first half. But can you? Oh, that was out. Can you call this at the moment?
No. I mean, I know you said 2-1 Japan. I said 2-0 Uruguay. But if anyone's going to nick it, it's probably going to be a shithouse 1-0 either way, isn't it?
Yes.
You'd like to think, anyway, the way this game is going out. That's if anyone can break the deadlock.
It will be interesting.
It will. Obviously, I know you're covering Portugal, Ghana. Henry says that he's subbed.
I don't know if that's aimed at me or not, but if it is, thank you.
Another challenge in here. Heung-min Son fouled. Heung-min Son is still on the deck.
Oh, he's lost his boot, has he?
Think so. Japan stuck Daz's boot in the other night, didn't they?
Yes.
I know he's got his boot on. It looks like it. I don't know. It looks like. Did he have white boots on or? These boots these days. Oh no, he does have white boots on. These, to be fair, these boots these days they look like bloody socks, don't they? Half of them come up halfway up your leg, and
I think the problem is with these days is when you look at.
Oh no, it is his sock. It's like an under sock under the.
When you see a player in black boots these days, it looks silly. Why was it always got black boots on?
Oh, he's back up on his feet anyway. He's getting his boot on, so it was his sock. Jeff's in. Says, hi, Dan and Chris. Basically asked the missus to give him the phone at 9 and he's just received it. It is a tight match, probably a 0-0. It could do.
It would be a shame if it does.
It would. I think this game does need a goal. I think both teams would be disappointed with a point, with the way they both battled it out.
Yes. Yes, indeed.
And Henry says there, Chris, if ever you need a guest to give Henry a shout.
We could certainly look at doing that, Henry, definitely.
57 on the clock. 0-0. Yet to break the deadlock. Martin Kakares for Uruguay received a yellow card for his late challenge on Heung-min Son. Remember, tomorrow as well, we are back tomorrow morning, nice and early. Wales versus Iran at 9:45. And then we have England facing the United States of America. I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
Are you bothered, Kate? I mean, you probably
allegedly.
The
Who was that about? Was it Bill Clinton?
It was Bill Clinton about Monica Lewinsky.
That's it.
And she has made a whole career out of that one swallow, hasn't she? They say a swallow doesn't make a summer, but it did for her.
One swallow, allegedly, again.
But then again, I just think that, you know, he must have. I mean, when you're in that position, you do that, you know that it's not going to be kept a secret.
Nah, do you? And Kate, I was reiterating a thing that happened between Bill Clinton and it was an old American. To be fair, I'll tell you why I used to hear it a lot. When you'd of course legally download something, and sometimes it won't be the song you've downloaded. It'll be like, I did not have sexual relations with that woman, but what I did do is download this song from yousomething.com. And you're like, really?
well, yeah, you know.
I can't believe she's called me a cretin as well. Gimp.
I tell you what, though, Henry, Twitter has literally gone downhill since
Massively.
Elon took it over. When I look at some of
Massively.
the people that have got blue ticks that I know and have got like 295 followers, I just think, what? You know, where before you knew you were talking to, like, you know, the proper, if you were approaching a player or something, you know.
Yeah, yeah. And to be fair, it's everybody that's got an iPhone. You can get a blue tick if you've got an iPhone on that Twitter blue, but I mean,
Android.
yeah, I'm on Android. Oh, it's getting light, is it? I love this. I'm not taking it to heart. Don't worry. Can't believe he called me a gimp troll.
He didn't call. I didn't hear that.
Oh, I did. It definitely left my mouth loud and proud. I did call her a gimp. Hopefully, Yeon-Min Son will let her use a mask afterwards. Fill out the suit perfectly well. Korea trying to get another chance. 61 on the clock. Hey, no lovers tiff here. No lovers tiff. Hopefully, we are able to see a goal in this one. As I say, it has been a very good battle.
It has 60, and I'll keep going on about these stats, but 68-80. I've never seen a game so far in this World Cup where they've been so equal.
No, they have. They have indeed. It's been a very even battle. And you think, based on the players that Uruguay have got, you'd have expected Uruguay to have, you know.
But I think we've got to start looking at South Korea and Japan now as serious contenders. You know, they're maybe not in the Argentina, Brazil, you know, Germany. You know, Germany, let's take them out. But you know what I mean? They're not necessarily in the top 5, but they're certainly, you know, in the Premier League where you've got the top 6. Top 6. Then you've got like they call it, don't they, like the next mini league. And I think Korea and Japan are sort of in there.
They are. Darwin Núñez is away. Just has to beat the first man. Can he get it across? Good save by the keeper. And he also manages to get to the second ball as well. Mm-hmm. Uruguay are trying to press higher up the pitch than they were in the first half. But they are struggling when they play it out from the back. South Korea's high press before they then have to drop back into a defensive shape, especially due to that forward run there from Darwin Núñez. Good save by the keeper, though.
I just want to say to Kate, I can never tell when you're joking or not.
No, I said this.
I can't. I'm not looking at her, and I'm just reading it, but I can't tell whether she's joking or not.
People who blue tick themselves for the hell of it, with barely any followers, clearly think they're superior to the point. That they're doing that because they want to be noticed.
Yeah,
Edison Cavani has come on.
I actually applied to get a blue tick once because I'd got all the newspaper stuff and everything that they asked for. So I'm not this one when it was proper blue tick.
Yeah,
and I didn't get it. You know, and I was sent I thought I'd sent everything they wanted, but obviously I wasn't good enough. But at least then it meant something.
No, it did. It did. Because most people, Emma says, doing a lineup, you would stick out like a sore thumb down with that expression. Just a bit. Naz says, come on, Koreans. Nippon says, any goals? Now, there is a little banner running along the bottom of this stream that says the latest score.
Oh, I've missed you, Nippon. I've missed you.
And if my calculations are correct, and what I've got written here and what I can see on the screen is 0-0.
What goal banner?
Is it gold? salted caramel, whatever colour you want to call it.
It's literally your whole background is just the Katara red, purple, maroon, whatever it is.
What? So you can't see the latest score banner at the bottom?
No, didn't even know you were doing one.
Fair enough. Yeah, you are. That's why you turn your camera. That's why you turn your camera off at half time.
Yeah, that's why it took me so long.
Dropping the kids off at the pool, dropping them off in a tissue, and then throwing it to the side.
Oh, got you.
Erin says, "How on earth can you blue tick yourself? Yeah. Still, it's down to social media. Yeah, if you've got an Apple iPhone, apparently you can join the Twitter blue thing or something. And
£8 a month,
have a look?
I think it is.
Do you have to pay something like, what were it? Six or eight quid a month, weren't it?
Yeah,
like
I think it's probably gone up because the pound's doing so bad. Korea got an attack here, but Uruguay headed out.
Jeff says here, this game has had opportunities for both teams. It certainly has.
Yeah, it is. It is end to end. Not
Kate says, in what part, Chris? Says, in what part do you not know I'm being serious or not? I'm not going to put lol at the end to make it look like I'm joking. I want Daniel to believe I'm being serious, so he sweats, and then I'll say joking. Yeah, but by that point, it gets into a debate. A debate / argument, but then it's not an argument, and she was just joking. But by that point, it's already at that heated point before she even says, haha, joke.
Let's just say,
serious sense of humour or resting bitch face? On the other hand, I better get used to this sofa. Most of what I say is me not being serious in clearly a serious way.
Henry, I don't know if it includes that or not, but as I say, with the way the way the pound's going at the moment, I think it's probably gone up because it's $6 or $8, and it obviously whatever it converts to in pounds. But I mean, £8. I mean, if it is £8 a month, I mean, really, is it worth it?
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
You know,
it is ridiculous. Jeff says, "What's a blue tick?"
£9, don't I?
What's a blue tick? It's that stuff you use to hang stuff up if you can't be arsed using pins.
Yeah,
that's blue. That's blue tack.
What you ran out of for France and Morocco.
It says, I have a serious resting bitch face, to be fair. That's just my facial expression. It is. As I say, whenever I see you smile, I don't know whether you're genuinely smiling or it's wind.
Uruguay are starting to look desperate.
I love throwing these little funny bits out. You won't be getting used to my sofa. You can go back to your own house and sleep in your own bed. Love you too. Here, have a Gareth Bale heart for good measure. Uruguay trying to pile the pressure on. As I say, Luis Suarez is off the pitch. Cavani has come on in his place. 68 on the clock. You know, Uruguay have now gone, as of the 65th minute, Uruguay have gone 440 minutes without conceding a goal in a World Cup group stage.
Wow.
And that was since a 75th minute strike from England in 2014.
Have you been pinching my World Football Annual? These facts.
Downloaded it.
Saved yourself a tenner, mate.
But to be fair, though, Chris, you've got to look at it now. I know it's only coming up 69 minutes, and there's still a good chunk of time to be played. But the tempo of the match is starting to slow down a bit, isn't it? Especially with both sides struggling to get into each other's opposition box.
I don't think you could keep up what they were doing for 90 minutes, to be honest with you.
No.
But it's still a good game. I mean, like I say, if you think that, was it Germany had 15 attempts on target? So you haven't got that end, but you have got the fact that there's two very evenly matched teams here.
There is. It wouldn't surprise me if, one of the teams out of Uruguay or Portugal don't make it through.
Yes.
Obviously,
Yes.
we'll see what caliber, where Portugal's mindset is at 4 o'clock. But until then, you can only base it off this game, and you'd think that if Uruguay can't put Korea to bed, that it could be Uruguay that faces not getting out of the group stage.
Yeah.
Henry says, you both crack me up, Dan and Kate, makes my day. Kate says, just to clarify, it's all bants. We aren't perfect. We fall out, but we have a very banterous relationship. Always been that way. If you can't take it, don't dish it out. I'm willing to take it. It's just you say you've got a headache, you're not interested, the kids are still awake, not yet. I'm always willing to take it and give it.
I'm going to say, do you know Uruguay are the reason that Brazil are wear yellow shirts?
Why's that?
Because I think it was them. Uruguay, but Brazil lost. I think it was to Uruguay in a final of a Copa America or something, and they used to wear white because that was their colour.
Yeah.
So I just, and then they changed the colour after that because they were so embarrassed. And it's been yellow ever since.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, they've not been bad since they've been in yellow. I'll give them that.
No, they haven't.
Uruguay starting to put a bit of pressure on the Korean defence. 11 men behind for Korea. They now have to try and get it clear again, and keeper gets it and slows down the game. He's even telling his defenders, whoa, calm it. Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
I mean, Suarez is Uruguay's all-time goal scorer. He's not. Again, he's been quite quiet here. He's not had a top game, has he?
No, like I say, obviously he's come off the pitch now. I've not really seen him be involved in anything because in terms of concrete chances, as I say, we've not really seen many apart from, from the first half. Gordon's header against the post and Hugh Joe, missing a sitter.
Yeah. Indeed.
This game needs a goal. It's screaming out for one, but which way is it going to go? Uruguay are beginning to control possession and dictate the pace of this game. But South Korea do remain disciplined in their defending. It's a case of who wants this more.
It doesn't deserve to be a 0-0, this one.
No, it don't. That's what I mean. Both teams will be a bit pissed, won't they, if this...
Yeah.
But I must say, Uruguay are sending in a lot more crosses now that Cavani's on for that aerial ability.
Cavani, he's the second highest ever goal scorer for Uruguay.
So, I mean, and these players are arse end of their careers now. So once they're gone, where's the goal going to come from? You know what I mean?
Another crossing, but he couldn't reach it. At what point do these players think, well, hang on, maybe these high balls aren't working?
Exactly. 2 substitutions for Korea. I think a number 9's come on, so I'm guessing it's a striker. But then yet again, what do I know? What do I know? It's not told us who they are. It's not told us who they are, but I will certainly try.
Go on, go for it, mate.
Half of them just have the initials on the back. SHN and stuff like that. But Wang Yi-chan is on, Lee is on, and Na. I mean, 16, 10, and 17. Let's have a look. Who's that? Let's have a look on the lineups. So number 16 has come on. That is... Sorry, no. 16 has come off. So Wang, Lee, and Na, and coming on is Number 9, Cho Gyeong-sung.
Is that with or without rice?
Lee Kang-in is on as well.
I used to have that, but I took the tablets for it.
And Sun Jo-ho.
Oh, come on, come on, Korea. Come on. So, oh, again, no. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 Uruguayan players in their own box. I mean, Clinton Morrison's just said here, South Korea are going to get tired. They're putting in a lot of effort. This is where it could be won or lost with the right substitutions. With 15 minutes to go, it could be.
Yeah, it could. I mean, Korea have mustered just 3 shots on target in the just 3 shots, in this game, which, as it stands, would be their lowest total shots in a World Cup game since '66.
Wow.
Before today, their lowest total in a World Cup game stood at 5 shots, as I say, which was versus Sweden in 2018 and France in 2006.
Thing is, though, I mean, at this stage, Germany were winning 1-0.
Yeah, there was.
I've been impressed with Korea.
Yeah, I have. That's what I mean. I said it the other day. You know, the win for Saudi Arabia has just made everybody go, you know what? If we don't sit back, if we actually play football against these teams that like to just pass it around and try and make us look like shit, we could potentially get something from them. And we've seen it with Japan. You know, Japan did it. You know, Costa Rica, I mean, yeah, less said about you, the better. But, I mean, even Australia got on the bloody score sheet and got in front.
Yeah. I think for me, I mean, obviously England was the second game, so that's when it kind of, got exciting. But for me, the World Cup itself really took off with that Saudi Arabia result.
Yeah, it did. Since then, I think that's when everybody's eyes have been open to the fact that these teams that think they're, Billy Big Bollocks, aren't always what it's cracked up to be.
Right, so if you were Korea, and if you could always make a career of it.
My career's gone south.
Mine never got above the equator, mate. Don't worry. If you were the Korea, would you be happy with a 0-0? Would you take that?
I mean, I don't know. It depends how the manager looks at this. Does he look at it and say, brilliant, spirited performance? Sorry, 2 substitutions. Oliveira and Vecino are off. Vina and De La Cruz are on for Uruguay. Like I say, it does depend how the career manager sees it. Does he see it as a spirited performance? You've done well, you've dug deep, you've matched them man for man. Well done. Or is it a case of that he looks at it and goes, you know what, you were the better team in that game. Don't be disheartened. The result is the result, but they deserve to get something out of it.
So, shoe on the other foot then, if you were the Uruguayan manager, would you be disappointed with this result, or would you be relieved to got out of it?
Could be a case for both, but I think if you look at it, the way they are, the caliber of players they've got, you'd expect them to have done miles better.
Yeah,
miles better through this game. Yeah. But they haven't. Like I said, they have been matched. They have been evenly matched, and that could be down to the fact of the players they've got. Yes, I'm going to sound like Sean Dash here. Half of the players they've got in the squad have got the age, they've got the experience. But age and experience can sometimes come and bite you back in the arse when the legs are going.
Well, if you've got age and experience, only if you use it. Like Bale's got age and experience, but he didn't show up until the penalty. Messi, but he didn't. Looking at the next comment that's about to come up, I think you look Sindan tonight.
Well, it depends. If she falls asleep before I've ended my Brazil-Serbia game, then I doubt it.
If she sits, don't let her sit on the couch. Oh, she doesn't sit, she lays on it, doesn't she?
She does. There she is, looking all fabulous, sprawled out across the chaise long.
Snoring. Dribbling out the side of her mouth. I still can't get over when you told me that story about Anthony.
Oh, yeah, that were brilliant with that. That were brilliant. I do appreciate the kind words, Kate. I really do. It's nice to feel appreciated.
I wouldn't trust her. She's after something. Will she get it? 10 minutes to go.
I know what's coming. I'll be nice. I'll be like, you know what? I really appreciated that. I really can. And then I'll be like, right, I'm going to go pick the kids. Well, go on then. Piss off, you dick. That's what I'll get. Darwin Núñez curls one round the post.
10 minutes to go, Dan. Can you see
10 minutes to go. Oh, Cavani nearly gets an head on it as well. Rich is in. Richard Cox. Dick Cox is in.
Richard. He's the big Cox of the two. And Henry, you're quite right.
But afternoon to yourself, Rich. Hope you're well, mate.
Good afternoon, Richard. Sorry I couldn't pop here. I popped into the chat the other night for him, but I couldn't. I was preparing for my own, so I couldn't.
I'm sorry, but I just looked up at the screen then. There is a Korean banging the drum, and the first thing I thought of was a kebab skewer with a marshmallow on the end of it when he's hitting it with what he's hitting it with.
Okay.
When you look at it, you'll see what I mean.
It's the hat that I'm actually taken by. I don't know about the drum, but yeah, I can see what you mean. But the hat would have grabbed my attention if you hadn't said anything.
Well, the hat did at first, and then I just thought, oh, marshmallows. That's not going to make much noise on a drum, is it? Thank you very much, everybody, for the support. As I say, not long left of this game now. 82 minutes and 23 seconds in. Please, guys, do carry on supporting the channel. As I say, we are back this evening with Brazil against Serbia. If my throat box allows it, and I don't have another heart attack-esque situation. However, I don't think I should, but hey-ho. Kate says she's not after anything. I never asked Daniel for anything ever. He can vouch for that. I've got messages asking you to get Esme sorted this morning. Of course, you asked me to do this. No, I'm all joking. I'm joking. Kate said, did you see what I sent you on Messenger? I'm not sure. I don't think I did. I've got a habit now of I'm trying to ignore what you send through while I'm doing the live because sometimes I get distracted by what you send me and I start reading it when the message comes up and I'm like, and then I'm like, hold on a minute, I'm live. I can't just sit there and start reading it.
You are in the same room, are you not?
No, she's upstairs playing Mary Poppins in the girls' bedroom. Although she was playing Mary Poppins, she'd have had it freaking done by now. It had just been a quick flick of the wrist. Funnily enough, the kids were at school, and there was time from dropping the kids off before I went live this morning. She could have flicked her wrist quite a few times. I was open to the offer.
Henry, I don't know about me. I think Dan does as well.
I know. I said before we went live, let's not take it down that road. And there's me going at fucking 90 halfway down.
I know. It's you that's dragged it this time, young man.
It is.
Oh,
I cannot.
Poor effort there. Poor effort.
It was. Henry says 14 likes. Really appreciate that. If we can get to 15, let's round it up. That would be brilliant. That would be fantastic. But thank you, everyone, for the love and support. As I say, you can check us out on all our socials, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitch. You can check us out on them all. And Twitter. Let's not forget Twitter, the death that is nigh. I'm a bit gutted, Chris. I am a bit gutted that there's 5 minutes left and we've not seen a goal. That's 2 watch-alongs you've been on now. Denmark, Tunisia, 0-0. Uruguay, Korea, 0-0. But however, both games haven't been boring.
Can I just say, you invite me on these. I don't pick which one. I can say, I'm doing that one with you, Dan. I'm not doing that one because I'm doing that one. You invite me onto these.
This is true. This is true. Kit says it's a pick regarding Ronaldo. All right, okay. I'll have a look at it afterwards before the score run. Not long left of this game. 5 minutes of the normal 90 to
sending
play.
you naughty pictures again, has he, Kate? That Ronaldo, God.
Oh, Uruguay coming forward. Cavani has it. Can he carve open an opportunity for himself? He's played it back into the centre of the park. I don't know why he's gone deep.
Can you hear that rain?
Is it bashing against door? I can hear it slightly.
Yeah, it is absolutely coming down.
Good. Keep it till about 3:30.
I could do a Mary Poppins umbrella, I think.
Kit says her barge pole isn't long enough to touch you, Daniel. Sorry. Don't worry about it. Don't worry. It's fine. I know where I stand.
Yeah, Daniel's only got a small barge pole as well, so don't worry.
Yeah. Like the blunt end of a cocktail stick. And he says, I won't be able to see you watch on tonight, Dan, as Liverpool ladies are playing Reading. Not a problem. Not a problem at all.
Do us a favour and beat them. Because we are falling away in the old women's league. We are bottom and pointless.
Oh, and that was before a ball was kicked. Henry says there he will go to Chelsea for 200 mil. In my opinion, I can't see him at Newcastle.
I think he'll go to America. Because over there, everybody else is kind of his age, and of course they'll kiss his feet over there, and that's what he wants.
Oh yeah.
The other option, he might go back to Portugal, but I think America. They're putting a few passes together here. Uruguay cross into the box, and it's headed wide, up and wide. All right, I've got to be honest with you. I didn't think that this would end up 0-0.
No, I agree. Another substitution for Uruguay. Pelistri has come off. Facundo Pelistri of Manchester United is off. And on in his place, well, it was just about to show us who the substitution was and then didn't bother. But Pelistri has come off. And I should find out who it was in a second.
Pelistri's come off. Varella's come on.
Ah, Varela. South Korea, Chris.
Sorry, Varela.
You've got to say, Chris, South Korea now slowly retreating back towards their own goal, probably hoping to secure the draw. He says that as Korea come forward. But nothing given. I thought that was a foul. I thought that was a free kick. He's getting a little bit tasty, but yeah, they are sort of retreating back a little bit. Uruguay are starting to progress further forward, but they're still too sloppy, aren't they, when they're passing? And that's not going to trouble South Korea.
No, not at all. Oh, that was that was a free kick?
That's what I mean. I thought that was a free kick.
Ah, I'm surprised.
Another chance goes begging for Uruguay.
Oh, I didn't realise you were that close to us, to be honest with you. I know you got promoted this season. You had a good start with that Chelsea win, but I think you've beaten us as well. Oh, say, I just, yeah. If I was Korea now, I would go like a minute plus stoppage. I will hold on for the point.
Yeah, No, I'd say
Hit the
so.
post.
I agree too. Uruguay should have won this. And in terms of chances, they're the ones pushing forward now to try and kill the game off. I just don't think any of them have deserved to win it, really. Although if someone does, I'm not going to chance! Oh, Heung-min Son takes a shot from range. And it's just gone wide of the mark. We have hit the 90. Let's see how much he's added on. That was a bad pass out by the goalkeeper. And he'll be breathing a sigh of relief at that one as it goes just wide of his near post. Anticipating the added time, 7 minutes.
No,
7 has been added on here at this game.
That was a bad clearance from the Uruguayan goalkeeper, and it was a good effort.
It could have come back to bite him in the arse, that, Chris, couldn't it?
I mean, the Argentinian defender just sort of bent down to get out the way. Where's 7 minutes come from?
Yeah, exactly. I'd love to know. I would love to know. Kate says that I like to mention it all too often. Both know what's what. I actually thought Kate had wrote that song. No, you're never gonna get it, my loving, until I heard it on radio.
I got Daniel likes to mention our life all too often on this channel.
Westlife. She means Westlife.
He talks like a teen, this one. We know what they say about those that talk about it the most.
No, you're never gonna get it.
And
no, you're never gonna get it. Man like Ollie, hope you're well, Oliver. He says, good afternoon, Dan and Chris. Afternoon to your bad self.
Hi, Oliver. How you doing?
Hope you are well. I can't believe
you timed it back.
This game, we are seeing a 0-0 potentially. I know this, we have said, I did mention it earlier, Korea do have a habit of scoring late goals. So this game is not over just yet.
Oliver, did you not put your clocks back or something? You come in just as the game's ending.
As it stands, Chris, this will be Uruguay's 8th 0-0 draw at a World Cup. Only England and Brazil have had more, respectively. England have had 11 and Brazil 9.
Oh. Well, doesn't say much about England, does it?
Definitely not.
Fairness.
Hopefully there's not another one tomorrow against the US.
No. I think everybody's doing Wales and England tomorrow.
Definitely. You've got to do the teams in your group, haven't you? You've got to do the teams in your group.
Yeah. Come on,
Although,
Iran.
yes, massive Iran fan tomorrow.
Yeah. Yes, indeed.
Oh, Korea get the ball into the box. Can they have another stab at it? Man on. Still gets it. Is there a chance? Played into the centre of the park. Takes a shot from range. Why have you done that, you greedy bastard? You've got all the time in the world to try and find somebody in the box, play it out wide, get more bodies in there. And they're taking pot shots from range now. It's just... Oh, wow.
There's somebody out on the left.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Why has he took a pot shot?
Glory. He's gone for glory.
That is just silly. Absolutely silly. This is the first time that Uruguay have struck the woodwork on 2 occasions in a World Cup game, since also doing so in 1990 against who, Chris?
South Korea?
Correct. It's the top answer.
Yes. First time I ever got an answer. I was torn between South Korea and England, to be honest with you.
I did think, I wonder where he's going to go with it.
Yes.
Out of Mongolia.
That would have been from Costa Rica, would it?
Oh, definitely not. Christ.
This has been a high foot, was it?
I was just showing that challenge again, like when Valverde celebrated the tackle on Kangin, like I don't know how he's trying to inspire his teammates with that by just throwing his fists about. A little bit weird, but
yeah.
either way, Chris, if you had to give a man of the match, who would it be? I mean, I think both sides have done quite well, really. I don't think you could single any player out.
Yeah. I mean, there's nobody. They've all played reasonably well, but
they've all matched each other, haven't they? Every position has matched itself across the park.
There's nobody really stood out. You know, I mean, I'm surprised. There's been 3 cards which I'm surprised about. I don't know. I'm struggling.
Oh, same.
Maybe Suarez, just to give him a bit of love back.
Uruguay have a corner. 95 gone. Uruguay with this set piece chance. Can they break the deadlock late and break the hearts of Korea? Put into the back stick. Keeper watches it and is comfortable. Collects that calmly. Pumps it forward. Can Korea carve something again now on the counter? That would be a no. Plain and simple. Plain and simple.
110 attacks to Uruguay, 106 attacks to Korea. That sums the game up, I'm afraid.
This has been one of the best 0-0s in a long time.
Korea have not had a shot on target.
No. It's bad that they've not had a shot on target, but yet again, like you say, on the basis of the game, it's strange. Not had a shot on target. It's 0-0. We are into the last minute, though, Chris. We are into the last minute of this World Cup group game.
Uruguay have only had 1 shot on target.
That's what I mean.
You know, it's nice. You're probably not far off there, to be honest with you.
Yeah. I agree with Chris, though. There's something dodgy about how much added time is on.
I think there's 2 things these referees have been told. One is to cut out pushing and shoving at corners, because they're always going into the box to talk about that. And the second one, I think, is adding time on for substitutions and when players do go down.
No, I agree.
I think those are the 2. I think those are what the referees have been told to concentrate on.
I agree. We have had the 7 now played.
But again,
the referee's booked somebody. I don't know who he's booked. Has he booked the manager? He's booked the Korean manager. Paulo Bento has been booked.
Oh.
I'm not sure what's happened because it was showing replays. It didn't really show what was going on. But the manager is being told to sit down and shut up. That said, ball has been pumped forward by the Korean keeper. And it's finished all square.
Oh. I did not see that coming.
I did not. I did not
Henry.
at all.
See you soon,
Jeff
Henry.
says there, same as what we've said, 0-0, but an entertaining one.
Yes.
Henry's got to go. Have a good day, all. Ciao. Take care. Henry, all the best. Take care. Thank you very much for tuning in. Really appreciate it. Chris, how do you sum up that? Apart from, like you said, 0-0 and quite interesting.
That I enjoyed, and I know we talked a lot through it, but I enjoyed that game more than I enjoyed Spain 7, Costa Rica 0. And that to me, what more can I say? You know what I mean? That I'm disappointed by the number of efforts on goal. I think like I said, these teams that are in this World Cup are supposed to be amongst the 32 best in the world. And yet, you got a team there with no shots on target. At least they had some efforts, which was more than Costa Rica had. But then you've got Uruguay, who, you know, let's be honest with you, is supposed to be one of the powerhouses of world football. They have only had 1 shot on target. Now, is that Uruguay's fault, or is that the fact that the Koreans have defended well?
It's a case for both, isn't it? I don't understand that, me, right? So it's just shown Group H, and obviously it shows Uruguay and Korea Republic with both a point. But they've put Uruguay at top.
They have.
But why would they be? There's nothing changing them. They've both played a game. They've both played out a 0-0. It should go down to alphabetically, shouldn't it?
That is a very good question, and one which deserves a very good answer. Unfortunately,
I'll ask somebody else, Chris. I will ask someone else.
I haven't got one. But if you look at the tables for all the groups, they've got this silly thing now where they put them in different order. Let me just bring my pictures up.
Is that a rule in the World Cup where the team that's higher ranked takes the?
No, they've actually got they've got goal games, yeah, G's games, won, drawn, lost, S, which I presume is scored, and then they've got M before the points. But Ecuador are above Netherlands, Senegal are above Qatar. Now they both got exactly the same because it was sort of 2-0 and 2-0. Can't look at that because England got 6. Let me find another. Is there another group? No. Croatia. Come on, Morocco's above Croatia.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't get that. Why is that?
Exactly.
Whatever the end is, it's 0.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't understand. Like the TV's saying that Uruguay are top. The graph I'm looking at that I can see online is saying South Korea are top because of obviously, the alphabetical order.
I don't know. But
it's a little strange that one. I'd love it if someone. I'd love it if someone could clear that up.
Love it.
But yeah, I mean, first half was very evenly contested. Both sides having good spells throughout. Korea started, ended the half well with the best chance, as we said, coming in the 34th minute. Yujo fired over the bar despite being uncontested inside the box. Gordon obviously almost scored against the run of play with a header that cracked against the woodwork. Uruguay's best chance of that half, probably as well. And then the second half was quiet, wasn't it?
Yes, it was, but it was still end to end. Still sort of.
Was. I think it burst into life a little bit at the end. It sort of regained itself a little bit, didn't it?
Yes, definitely.
It went quiet around the 60th to 70th for 10 minutes, like both teams were having a breather, and then they both went back hell for leather again.
They did. But I'm going to have to go because I've got my show at 3:30.
Yes, so I totally understand that. I'm going to have to shoot as well, get myself ready for a trip out in the rain.
I've blown it up to you.
No, but thank you very much, Chris. I do appreciate it. I do appreciate you coming on and doing it again.
As always, sir. Thank you for having me on.
Let people know where they can find you and your stuff.
Yeah, it's Leicester Till I Die TV. I'm going to be going live in about, probably 40 minutes. Give myself a chance to do bits. Leicester Till I Die TV, like I say, on YouTube, at Leicester TID on Twitter. Give us a sub, but also sub to this guy as well. He deserves it. He puts a lot of hard work in behind the scenes. So let's get him to 1,000 before Christmas.
Well, I'll take that before Christmas. I would 100% take it before Christmas. Thank you very much, Chris. You are a gentleman, sir. Thank you very much for coming in and giving your analysis as well. Appreciate it. And good luck with the live later. I'll try and pop in when I can.
Cheers, buddy. All the best. Take care.
Cheers. Take it easy.
Bye-bye.
Cheers. Bye. Bye. So there you have it. There you have it. The game has finished 0-0. I can't believe we have sat through that, but it has been an entertaining one. Like Jeff said in the chat, like myself and Chris have mentioned. Naz says, thanks, guys. Thanks for lending us your ears, Naz. I know you've been working out hard on that with the boxing as well, but thank you very much to everyone showing their support. As I said, we will be back tonight. We will be back tonight with a live watch-along of Brazil against Serbia. But until then, we have had this 0-0, and that's how it shall stay for this one. Join us again at that time. If you could, please do like, subscribe, and click that notification bell. Not so much bothered about the notification bell. If you want to, you can, but please do the main bit, which is that red button there. Subscribe if you can. Thank you very much, everyone, for watching. Really do appreciate the love and support. And we will be back at 6:45. Until then, take care, stay safe, and I'm about to go get wet. Thank you, and see you later.